So I'm going to kind of do a quick video, kind of going over some of the main things having to do with Adobe Spark, which was what we're going to be using for Instagram story building. So I'm just going to continue with Facebook. I'm at the Adobe Spark. I Googled Adobe Spark and clicked on it, and then now I'm basically logging in with Facebook. You can use Google if you want, or whatever way of logging in here. So we can quickly start here with an Instagram story. If you go to your projects, if you've already had projects, they will be in here. So I actually started one already. If I click on it, you can see what I've got going on here. So this is an Instagram story. I renamed it up here, MSU Northern KNMC Vote. So I actually animated this. I just animated the background colors, basically. It's pretty subtle, but I added a little icon here from the icons panel. Just have, basically this has to do with vote for your favorite logo. So there's a contest here. It's actually on Facebook. The vote is on Facebook. And then kind of a little description. MSU Northern Graphic Design students created logos for local college radio station KNMC 90.1. Find the post on our Facebook page to vote. So here, I don't know, maybe this is something that you could swipe up and it would take you to a certain website, but I think you need like 10,000 video or followers for that to work on Instagram. So we looked at that. We can actually go back to home, or you can do it here too, but home button is also just the icon up here. And then let's just go to the Instagram story right here. So we're just going to make an Instagram story. So remember, you have to make more than one of these, and all of them have to match stylistically. So a good way to do that would be through color, fonts, and the use of a logo. But each design you do should have different elements to it, different words, different headlines and subheads, but still have the same messaging, basically, like promoting a contest or giveaway, basically, for your chosen company. So let's go through the templates. So if you click on templates, we can actually go through the templates here. And I actually, to make mine, started off with kind of an unlikely template because it's pretty ugly. Where's that? Oh, it's right here. So it's actually one of the uglier ones, but it's free. So I'm going to choose from this template to choose it. And then it's pretty easy to use this, actually. So if we click on the text, we can ungroup things here. That might make it a little bit easier. So you can change the actual words here. KNMC logo. Okay, so that kind of changed that. We can change the size of the box fairly easily. I'm going to make it quite a bit larger, I guess, here. And then we can move it to kind of center it. And then we can change this. And I might change the size to be like 120 or something like that. Turn. Maybe try and get it so that logo isn't on its own line all by itself. That doesn't look very good. So we just have to kind of try and adjust this thing. I'm also going to make apostrophe here. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And then I actually changed my font to Local Brewery 4. I just kind of like the way it looked. And maybe I'll just, you can mess around with it till it looks good. I want it to be readable, so I want it to be large enough to read it. And then this is kind of, I'm just going to work on the text. It's pretty easy. I'm going to pause the video because this is pretty self-explanatory, but just try and get your text in there, have your headline and your subhead kind of planned out before you get in here, and have a couple different design ideas and a couple different headlines and subheads ideas that go along with different designs, but they all should have the similar look and feel. Okay, I'm going to continue. Okay, so I've got this text in here. MSU Northern Graphic Design students created logo designs for local college radio station, KNMC 90.1. So you kind of have to do a little bit of like educating the audience on what's going on, because so you're gonna but you have to do it in a way where you're using as little text as possible. So I'm just changing the style of the text. This is the text color here. I think I'm going to leave it white, but I'm actually going to put a shadow underneath it. No, not a shadow, maybe a shape. And then we'll change the color to that pink color that I've been using, a little bright. It kind of matches the logo that I'm going to be bringing in. And then I'll add in vote on Facebook, or find our Facebook page to vote. Or post on Facebook to vote. I think I said something like that. It's kind of, so kind of, we're giving them a call to action basically. So make sure you have a call to action in your ad, because you need to be directing people to do what you want them to do. So if I actually want to change the color of the shape, I can do it here. And then maybe I'll just leave the text white here. Okay, we can make this maybe a little bit bigger here. And then we can actually upload photos. So upload photos, go to photos, and then I'll bring in my PNG file of my logo for the graphic design department at MSU Northern. I could probably put the MSU Northern logo in here too, but it's just going to get possibly get too cluttery. So oops. Now the internet's a little spotty here, but okay, so that's looking okay. And then we just need to change up the background. So let's see. Oh, and we want to animate it. So maybe we'll go to background first, and then actually background. Let's see, do I need to click on it? I think I need to click on it. I think we can remove the background here. Yep. Try again. My internet's acting is acting up here, just a second. Okay, remove background. This should remove the background. Here we go. Oh, that's a little strange. That didn't work. Delete that. And then I actually pushed delete on my keyboard. That might actually be an easier way of doing it. And then background, now it'll default to a color, so I can actually make this a color that I want. I'm going to have to move my little screen. So I think I'm going to go with like, yeah, kind of a neon color here, because I like that color. And then we can also bring in backgrounds over here. So I actually really like some of the liquid, or actually was it? There was some watercolor ones that I was really liking, although I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just do watercolor. And just kind of look here. It's not all of them are free, but I can't find exactly the one that I used before. Maybe it was under here. Oh, it was. So design assets. So they have quite a few things in here. Trending, illustration, brushes. So brushes was the one that I actually, and then I went to watercolor. And you can go to more here, so you can get more options, but I actually used this one, which is free. And you can really easily bring these in and just like resize them and use them however you want. And then if you want to reorder something, it's really easy because you can just change the order here. So if I just keep clicking, I can kind of bring it back in the layer order. And then we can do, let's see, then we can do animation. We can change the text, so we can do, you can just try different ones. That one's actually pretty good. It's a little different than my other one. So I do want there to be an animation somewhere. It can either be the text or you can do a photo animation. So if you have the background and you go to animation, the photo animation, you can try these out too. So that one pans, fade. This is the one I used on the example, but blur, which isn't too bad. But I actually think that this dynamic one was more interesting. So I'm going to go with that one. And so kind of once you get a call to action in there, I want you to use a logo. You could start with a template, but I want you to alter it significantly. An animation of some sort, either on the text or the background. Yeah, and you need to be promoting a giveaway for your chosen company or contest for your chosen company. And I want you to do multiple designs that all have the same consistency throughout, either through, usually color, text, and logo, and then, but slightly different messages. So different headlines, different call to actions, so different text in there, and also like different imagery, obviously. And so instead of this watercolor thing, I might have like a picture of a person like clicking on a vote or something, So anyway, once you're done, you can actually download these as MP4 video files. So you can start the download here. Now, supposedly, you can share these also on Facebook or across different social media platforms through this share button, which is pretty handy. And this is the desktop version of Adobe Spark Post. You can also use your phone for this. My phone is kind of a piece of crap, so that's why I'm using the desktop. And I think there's actually even more options on your phone, so you might want to use your phone. It's kind of up to you, and I think you can actually get a 7-day free trial as well. So, and here's my downloaded MP4 file. So I'll be wanting these as a grade, just so I can watch your animation. So that's kind of what I'm looking for grades in Brightspace. Okay, we'll see you in class.